what age did you get into weed or marijuana? When did you become a marijuana connoisseur, and what does it do for you?
Honestly, I would have to say, I ain't gonna lie, like weed was around me at I ain't gonna lie, at a young age, like not on no, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause my parents, they won't want none of that shit. They won't go for me getting high, I mean, none of that stuff in the house, you know what I mean? But it was like my peers, like my older cousins and shit, you know what I mean? Like that's all niggas did, you know what I mean? Being from where I'm from, like that's all niggas did was get high for real. So it was like, I still remember my first time getting high. I'm up there at the elementary school at Aberdeen and shit with my niggas and shit like that. I'm talking about worst experience ever. Like,
so wait. So what age was this?
I was like 13, 14 or something when I first smoked that blunt. Something like that. Like, and it was just random as a bitch. Like, it was just random. Like, yo, nigga, you trying to get high? I'm just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Because like these my friends, it was my cousin. It was my man's and my cousin. So mind you, it was funny because the whole experience was just trash. First, this is back when niggas used to roll the big ass Dutchess. First of all, my cousin, this nigga wild the fuck out. Pause. This nigga had no reason to do the blunt the way he did, bro. This nigga literally, I can't even repeat what the man did to this blunt. Just know I was not smoking that way. I'm like, yo, there's no way I'm smoking that with you, bro. It's literally drool falling off the blunt and shit. I'm like, oh, you a nasty nigga, yo. There's no way. And he one of them niggas that always got some white shit around the corner of his mouth, too. I was like, oh, no. And if even somebody that's never smoked weed before, I know that was not the way. So I was like, please. I got my mans to roll it. And that shit maybe like 2-3 times, bro. I was like, I'm good, bro. That's it. So as we walking, mind you, everything, I smell nothing but weed. Like, literally, like, no matter how many times I breathe in and out, it's just like, it feels like I can see the weed radiating off of me. Like, that's what it feels like. So that's why I was feeling paranoid as a bitch. I'm just, damn, I'm like, yo, like, I gotta go home, you know, like, this is too much for me. So as I'm walking down the path, a couple of our other friends had me walking up through the path too, because it's the path from the hood to our school. So these niggas start fucking with us because they see we high. He's like, oh, y'all niggas high, huh? I was like that. This one, I'm like, dawg. Like, I'm like, why the fuck did you question me? So he was like, his child is a bitch. He's like, oh shit, is that the boys? Ask me, did I give a fuck enough to see if he was playing or not?
You ran.
And then I get to the end of the cut. I'm thinking now in my mind, it's Grand Theft Auto going on. Like, oh shit, what if they see me running out the cut? I dive on the grass. I'm crawling through the grass and shit, looking past the cut. I dash across the street. I cut all the way. Mind you, my house is really one left through the cut, one right, one left. Nigga, I ran all the way down the block, round the corner, jumped some fences, got to the crib. So, and mind you, I'm sweating as a bitch. I'm tired as fuck, paranoid, high. So now I'm in the house. I'm like, oh my God, I can't go in the house like this. Da 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 da. Mind you, I'm young as a bitch. I ain't never been high before. I don't know why I thought this was gonna fix my problem. So I had a white beat on under the shirt I had. Why the fuck I take the shirt off I was smoking in and run this bitch under the water hose thinking I'm washing the smell of the weed off? That bitch crazy. I'm wringing it out, rinsing it out. Now I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to walk in the house with no shirt on and my shit just wet. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, everything can process it after I'm doing it. So it was like, I ran in the room. I grabbed both of the Febrezes in the crib. I went in the bathroom, closed the door, and I did that shit for like 5 minutes, bro. I literally used all the Febrezes in the house for that, bro.
Did you get caught?
I didn't. I did not. I took the shirt, stuffed it all the way at the bottom of the dirty clothes. Like I literally did the laundry that day. I took every dirty clothes I could find, made sure that was the last piece of clothes at the bottom of the dirty clothes, bro. So it was like, I say that to say my first smoking experience was trash. I did not like it. It was bad.
So now what made you try it again? I would ask.
Like I said, it's just kind of hard to kind of escape when, like I said, that's all niggas do. Either you have to play.
So like your friends doing it, everybody around you pretty much smoking, so it's like I might as well.
Like it won't even like peer pressure because It wasn't like niggas was pressuring me. It was just like, nigga, you can either sit here and be sober or you can hit the blunt. Like, we ain't gonna charge you to hit the blunt. Like, it was like, where, like, we chilling. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, that's one thing I did like about my hood. It won't never the way it is now, how niggas is with weed, bro. Like, it was genuinely like, nigga, this is literally, we literally link up to do this. You know what I mean? And that was before my time to know that's what niggas did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be 29 this year. So, this is a different age. This is like before prohibition of weed. This is before decriminalization. This is back when you had to go find the most desolate parking lot 3 cities away just to hotbox your car, and then you still gotta let that bitch air out for an hour before you drive back home. Like that's back in that time. You know what I mean? Like,